of a sudden, things just got ridiculously crazy. We have some really interesting news. Hope you guys enjoy this. Subscribe if you want, of course, for more content here on the channel. Let me know your thoughts. How about all of this stuff post-video when you guys hear it in the comments down below. Is this something that you guys are hyped for? Is it something that could potentially renew interest in the game and things of that nature? And also, let's try to hit a like goal of... Drum roll. That was a bad drum roll, right? Maybe 1,200 likes. Let's try to hit that. Anyways... You may be wondering, D-Free, what are we talking about? What you got from? What spice you got today? So here we go. So shout out to the man Talon. So first and foremost, there is a new in-game announcement. Of course, this pertains to JP right now. In the future, just like everything else, it should apply to global. Hopefully, this is a little bit of a touch and go scenario. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I also see why it wouldn't at the same time. So yeah, there's a new in-game announcement, and there's also a Reddit post. And the Reddit post links you back to Dbz, and it says, starting on 4/26 to 10 bodies, eyes in a continuous gacha, which will be held on Thursday and later. Now SSR is to appear. Thank you for using Dbz Dokkan Battle. When minus the now continuous gacha regard to the following subject of gacha, now always appeared SSR character to 10 body eyes. So basically what this is saying, right, is there is going to be basically guaranteed SSR every summon starting from today. Every banner is what it should be. Now, I don't want to get people's hopes up because, yeah, we don't know if it's happening on Dokkan festivals. I assume it's happening on Dokkan festivals because if we switch over to JP, which we will do in just a moment, it is now in effect over on the Broly banner. There are also some talk about it happening on consecutive summons. So, like, whenever you do it on one summon, maybe you don't get it, but then every summon after that, basically, you would get it. So this is actually interesting because it's really going to impact the rates for this game because, you know, as far as it goes, the guaranteed SSR banners, the ones like, you know, for example, let's just throw Kefla's banner out there. In fact, I can even pull it up for you. The thing that happens a lot on these banners, and I've always said it whenever I did summons, was like, yo, it's awesome getting that last unit, the 10th unit, being a guaranteed unit, right? It feels great, but the real trick on those banners is using the 10% rate to still walk away with a second, at least a second anyway, SSR on the banner. And when it comes to those banners, more so than any other banner, you probably would wind up doing that because that one is a guarantee. It doesn't necessarily factor in. In fact, if you do factor in, the rates are a bit higher than 10% actually. They're actually pretty substantial if you factor that one in. But otherwise, you still have this rate to play with, the natural 10%. So if they do that, right, and that is in play on every banner, you know, that should lead to a lot more people pulling a lot more SSRs. Now, there is also a caveat to that, and we're going to get over to that in just a moment. But the reason I wanted to take just a moment is I wanted to survey this and see if there's any new posts here, just to see if maybe I'm probably getting something incorrect. I don't think so. Based on the percentages given, it's the same rate for a featured unit. You just now have a higher chance of... Yeah, so I'll go over that as well. Doesn't look like anything is different. It appears that on the banners that use Dragon Stones from April 26th, on all multi-summons, we will have a guaranteed SSR as the 10th card on the Japanese version of the game. But it also appears that the chance of the 10th slot SSR being featured is only 5%, which I'm going to, again, go over in a minute. While the chance that the character is unfeatured is 95%, this can be confirmed by tapping on the button on the upper left side of the EZA banners and then tapping the SSR icon. It appears that they have split up the character list feature. Okay, single summons remain unchanged. So yes, if you needed more incentive to ever do multi-summons over singles, I've always said that the rates didn't differ, but now they actually do. Like, the rates... Some people would argue, yo, single summons are better, and it comes down to preference. They're exactly the same rates. Multi-summon is just looked at as a batch summon, but now Dokkan's giving you that incentive to say, well, every time you get 50 stones, however long it may take, you're better off doing a multi-summon instead. You're better off doing that instead of the impulse single because of the fact that you're going to be getting a guarantee. So it appears on every banner from April 26th, which is technically today in Japan. All multi-summons will have a guaranteed SSR as the 10th card. So the last one, just like every other guaranteed SSR banner. Let's swap over to JP. This one. Okay, so we're on JP now. I actually don't even have the sound up. Maybe I can get you guys some volume in there. That's probably no, you guys can't even hear that. Never mind. I need to close out of this. But anyways, so here we go. We have JP opened up, and as far as this goes, if you take a look at the Vegeta banner, because this one was already live, basically, if you click on this button, well, wrong button, actually, this one down here, you know, it just shows you the regular rates, 20% because it's double SSR rate and stuff like that. Shows you all the SSRs in the pool, 10% here, 10% there. These are the featured ones, yada, yada, yada. Normal stuff, which normal if you play JP. Global doesn't do that yet, but hopefully soon because they need to, because they're supposed to do it. That's a whole other thing. But if we come over to this one just went live because Broly's EZA apparently just got reprinted on JP, a rerun. So now there's a separation here. So if you click on the top one, it shows you have a 5% chance for the featured unit to be the last guarantee. So this doesn't mean that that's the only version of that character you can pull in the summon. Of course, you could walk away with, you know, an extra 2 or so Brolys if you were pulling for Broly on this banner, for example, and still get your 5% chance at the end of it being a featured Broly, or whoever else is featured on the banner. Again, that's how this works. And then on top of that, there are other units in the banner, of course. The rate is different, 95% for every other unit, so basically more likely than not, unless you basically get supremely lucky, it's going to be an unfeatured unit. And as you see, this list is freaking extensive. Holy crap. There are a lot of non-featured SSRs in this game. And this isn't even including all the Dokkan festivals, because Dokkan festivals are selective. They you know, add or don't add units at certain times. So there's a lot that aren't here currently. Yeah. So that's just kind of how things break down. 100% chance is accurate if you're guaranteed a multi-summon, or if you're guaranteed one every summon. So as you see here, you are guaranteed an SSR per multi. So 100% rate. That's so funny to me. That's actually legitimately funny. And then the 3 featured, 5%, and then 95 for the 146. Again, not including a lot of units, like, you know, summonable LRs, etc., that are on the banner to be summoned. It actually probably isn't in effect for this banner either. Nope. So when it comes down to it, I actually want to see how many units are actually available on the Vegeta banner. 145 SSRs and then 138 SRs. Freaking hell, man. This game is so diluted, and I've said it for a long time, but, you know, against popular belief, contrary to popular belief, the rates on this game do not change, right? People say, oh, this banner has crap rates. This banner had good rates. Unless you're talking distinctly about a 10% rate banner, because that's every other banner that's not a double rate banner, or you're just comparing it to, like, again, to a 20% rate banner, there's no disparity between rates. The only real difference is, you know, the units that are on them. Like, I have had some really bad luck on Global recently, but they're still 10% banners. It really just changes depending on the units that are on them and the extra incentive for the units that are on them. For example, on a 3-unit featured banner, you'll probably have a lot better luck at pulling one of these 3 featured units. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to 20 of them being on there, a la legendary banner summons. So that's just kind of how things are shaking out. This is kind of a new thing that I've seen with a few games. I know Fire Emblem did something akin to this. They did something a little different where they actually pulled a lot of the older characters and they downgraded them basically. So they're no longer able to come up as the max rarity. So only the newer characters can be summoned as max rarity, which actually doesn't improve the rate number that much, but the likelihood of getting a new character is a lot higher than it used to be. So it actually is a very, 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 very different change or thing in relation to the way that it works. And I can't help but think this is a good thing. Like, I know a lot of people are feeling disdain for Dokkan or, you know, things like that. And Dokkan always has this back and forth. But just for me, because I asked you guys the question in the beginning of the video, I think this is a good thing. And I think that this helps tremendously when it comes to this. So, anyways, you know, I don't know. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you consider subscribing. And again, let me see if there's any other update really quick, because I am actually curious. Boy, where's it at? There we go, not YouTube. Reddit. Oh, yeah, so nothing. All right, cool, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have an awesome day. Your boy's going to catch you later. Take it easy, and peace out, guys.